Hey, Mr. Clash here with a video talking about what I do or the process I go on how to select the troops for the base that you're about to attack in the war. But before I do that, I'd just like to say a bit of an apology for not getting some stuff up sooner in the last couple of weeks. Been very busy at work. Haven't been sick or damaged or anything like that, but working 12 to 15 hour days, sometimes only 4 hours sleep between shifts. And then after all that sort of settled down a bit, we had the threat of the cyclone coming down, washed out roads, loss of power that we had. Cyclone in the USA, you'd be calling it a hurricane. And then following that, we had all of this time, no internet, can't do a damn thing. So everything is back to normal though, it seems. So let's have a look at what I want to talk about here. And that is selecting troops. First war I've done in 2 weeks or more because of that. So, okay, let's have a look at this base. Have a scout first, and to my thought process, you're only going to be choosing air or ground. Okay, you might have some air back end for a ground attack, but let's just keep it simple, air or ground, and then the decision becomes, if I do air, do I do a queen pop? Do I do a normal go laloon? Do I do a go varlo? Do I do a go bow lalo? Do I do something with dragons? Do I do a queen walk, go bow, one golem, whatever, right? There are so many options to go through. So if we just said, for example, we're going to take a queen pop. Let's say you wanted to zap it. The clan castle radius comes out here, so zapping one of these doesn't really matter. You've got to consider the way, the direction the sweepers are facing, and then what sort of damage you're going to have. So logic might say, put a hound on here, put a hound on here and here, and that way the queen is sandwiched between the two, and that's all. Everything's hunky-dory, and that's really nice. Okay, let's have a look at this. So you need to calculate these sorts of things. All of this is firing in on this hound, assuming there's not even any bombs have gone on that hound. And if you sent this hound in first, then this archer is firing on that one as well. That's over 800 DPS coming in on that first hound that went in. That hound will be dead in less than 8 seconds, just so you know. Okay, so having discovered I'm going to lose a hound almost immediately, how about balloon pathing? Well, it's a long way for the balloons to path. They'll get here, path this way, path that way, and wow, that's 5 hops to try and get a balloon there. And if I send a balloon in here, then it's going to path that way, which means I need to send balloons in like this for them to get into there. And it's a long way to travel. I've got double things, and then they've got to drop them, and then things firing. So it's not so cut and dried, because then I've still got Expos up, I've got Teslas in the core, I've got the sweepers, which are playing havoc as well. So it's not such an easy base to queen pop. You know what? Make it in your own friendly challenge and have a go at queen popping just to see how it goes. But anyway, I just don't feel queen pop's the best. So if you're going to come in with your bowler laloon, you want to take out 2 air defenses. If you come in here, bowlers will path this way. So they'll get that, but they won't get this one. And they won't live long enough to get to this one, most likely. Too much stuff firing on them. Now, if you come in from here, they will path that way. Eventually, they'll take out this, they'll take out that, but they might not get this one. They might be dead by then with all this stuff firing on them, and plus the clan castle. So you're only going to guarantee 1, because you can't come in here and have them take this and this before moving on. They will just move on. So a bowler option to me on this base is not really that great. Your best option for a bowler is to come here, jump there so that they path down this way, and hope they take out that as well and live long enough to take that out. That's your best option. And then come in with your air attack from behind that sweeper. But see, that sweeper is going to be pointing up that way to try and mess you up. So you're going to be dealing with sweepers and possibly air defenses and possibly Teslas down here that you need to send. You might not get this out. You might need to be sending in balloons down here. And this Expo is too far away from there, so it's not going to target that. So, okay, very difficult for air. How about hogs? Well, again, you need to check the radius. Do I want to lure? I could lure it there if I wanted to. Where's my queen radius there? Okay, she might start shooting at something like a wall breaker I sent in there. How's my wizard radius looking? Okay, that's maybe I don't want a wall breaker there. So these are sort of things. And now what about threats to a hog-based attack? Well, you're going to have a threat there. You're going to assume there's a double bomb there, assume there's a double bomb there, single there, could be a single there, and the bomb tower is a bomb as well, so you've got to take that into consideration. So I'm going to need, assuming, I'll need a heal here, I'll need a heal here, and I'll need a heal there if I'm going to bring in hogs. There's 3 places I need heals for. If I came in with Valkyries, just for argument's sake, okay, these threats still exist. You're going to assume that because there'll be Teslas here in this corner. Right, where do I put my Valks? If I put them there in the middle to nuke all this, and they get the jump, rage, and heal, that only leaves me 1 heal for all of these bomb threats around the outside, and that's no good. And the same with coming in with bowlers. Remember, the bowlers might path, who knows which way they're going to path. They might not get, the bowlers might take this out, but I've used all the spells, and yet I've got these threats still that I need to deal with for the bowlers. So using Valkyries or bowlers, basically, for me, going to run out of spells. So to me, the best option was I need a heal here, I need one there, and I need one there. So that just tells me I need to do a basic go-ho, 1 jump, 3 heals, because I have these 3 places that need heals for my hogs. And jump there. So Kill Squad can come in here, into there, and that should be game over for the base. Bit of surgical deployment. Clear that off, and let's have a look how that went in action. So that's my thought process that I went through. Okay, I've got a wizard. I'll put a wizard down. There's a wizard down there. He comes in onto that golem down. Golem was a wizard. Now I put the golem over here because I want a wall break in this section here. And I don't want the wall breaker over here getting splash damage from the wizard. So wall breaker in, great. 3rd golem goes down. 2 wizards. Now I've still got a bunch of wizards to deploy. So there we go, another 3 wizards in. Put the jump spell down, exactly where I need it to go. Now the king will path over. Now I did put the queen down here because there was nothing here to attract her. So she would path this way. If I put her here, there's a chance that she would have started walking. This was how I made sure she went in. Okay, wizards will take out these clan castle with the help of the queen. King's raged. Now, with the king, I didn't really wait for him to get too sick. As soon as I saw he was down, I looking at other things. Now hog's coming in. Queen will take out the expo, but that's cool. Now, I better put that heal spell because I just wasn't sure what the hogs were going to do. Were they going to trip a bomb there? Okay, no biggie. Queen in, those hogs will be fine. They'll take out that wizard tower. I've got my clan castle hogs coming in. There we go. Next heal down over the next bomb threat place. Those hogs get a little bit of a benefit of the heal that came in from the left. They'll take out the Tesla, all under heal. Queen will take out the left-hand Tesla. And last bomb threat place, last heal. Game over for this base. So that's how my thought process went when I was approaching the base. Identify the threats. Ask myself, how am I going to deal with the threats? If I do air, what are my options for doing air? Can I get balloons in? Can I get lava hounds in? Can I achieve certain goals that I need to take out a couple of air defenses? If I can only take out 1 air defense, then I might need to bring in extra golem, but then I've got balloon pathing issues, and I didn't like the way the pathing existed to get the balloons onto the air defenses. So to me, it was just all seemed too hard for air attack, and too hard for bowler or Valkyrie ground attack. So your basic go-ho, clan castle hogs, game over for this base. Okay, so we'll have a look at the next one. And again, I'll just run you through. Now this was a cleanup. Okay, so first things first, you might look at this base and you might say, you know what? I reckon this would be a really good base to get a Go Vaho or Go Boho in. Go Lalo and take out these air defenses, and then I can just put all these balloons on the outside. Oh, it'll be so sweet. It's awesome. Okay, so let's have a look at this. If I'm going to come in from this side here, bowlers will stand here and they'll nuke this pump. Then the next closest thing is this cannon, and they will walk, and this archer, and they will walk. How do I know it's the next closest? How do I know they won't go in? Because when you draw that line that I've talked about in my pathing video, and then you come perpendicular from that, the only way they're going to go to the wizard is if they're standing here. Outside, to the left of that, they're going to go there. To the right of that, they're going to go there. So you can see there's no way coming from this direction that they're ever going to path inside. So what if you come from the bottom here? Well, again, they'll take this out, but their double bounce will take out the wizard, which means they'll path that way. These are the things to consider, right? Because there'll be nothing in this core to make them go in, they'll start to path out. So that's not an option either. So you need to be thinking, well, what if I come in here? Again, double bounce, storage goes down, wizard goes down, there's nothing left, they'll path around. You're not getting the bowlers in from these angles here. It's not happening, so bowlers aren't going to be working there. You could possibly come in from here, but look at all this trash. There's a lot of trash to try and get your bowlers to come in, and then again, once they come here, there's always the risk of them pathing around, and that's it's all a disaster coming in from these high pitches. The only way you're going to get bowlers in is from here, and now this is all starting to look all a little bit too hard. And then there's no guarantee you're going to get these air sweepers. They're still going to be up. They might not be much of a threat because you're coming in behind. Expos are pointed up. Just running out of, how many spells are you using? Okay, it's all too hard for bowlers. Valkyries, they'll get in and rip out the core. And again, you're using multiple spells to keep the Valkyries alive, and then possibly no spells to take out anything else. And the Valkyries won't live long because everything shoots into the middle. So, threats for hogs. This is what you've got to look at. Threats for hogs, threats for hogs. There they are. One there. So if you come in this way, you're nullifying all of this. Your kill squad should get this down. Send in some hogs here. And these are just really the places that you need to make sure you've got heals for. And the base will fall. Again, the Valkyrie bowler option, bowlers won't go in with your hogs. Valkyries, you'd be spending heals on spells on Valkyries that you can't deal with all these places. So hogs are the best option. And let's see what that looks like in action. Speed that up a little bit. So this is my thought process where I'm identifying all the threats, and I'm breaking the base down one at a time to see how can I get to this, how can I get to that. So look at that, double bomb threat went off there, double poison, extra wizards going in, and now the hogs will start to come in from the left. My queen will take out the right side archer. So hogs, hogs, hogs. That golem's Expo's distracted on the golem, heal there, clan castle hogs coming in from the bottom, one more double bomb threat, okay, there's a Tesla there with a couple skelly spells. I see that a bomb's getting triggered in the middle there, so everything's getting distracted, so my hogs can go in and game over. Again, clean up wizards on the opposite side of where my hogs finished. My hogs will take out the rest, and game over for the base. Absolutely smashed it. Again, this was cleanup. Air attacks failing, ground attacks working. So ground is still a very viable option at Town Hall 9. And so everyone get onto the ground attacks because they still work fantastic. And that is our war win. I'll just play that one while we leave out now. So before I go, let me ask a question. What do you call a man what do you call a man who's hiding in the autumn leaves? You call him Russell. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Thank you for sticking around to the end. Leave me a thumb up. Let me know what you thought of the video or the thought processes that I'm involved. I'll probably do a few more of these. Thanks for sticking around. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.